Enjoying secrets of a sugar daddy? How about a little something extra? Here's today's dose of extra sugar with Marcus.
Hey, this is Marcus, and welcome to this segment of Extra Sugar. Hey, if you haven't heard, applications are now open for the Shakira concert. We are having a party. Come party with the cast and crew of Secrets of a Sugar Daddy, November 6th, 7th, and 8th. That is going to be a fantastic time here in Phoenix, Arizona. It includes 3 days and 2 nights lodging. You'll have a couple of mixers, a party bus to and from the concert. We have a private suite with food and drinks, and so much fun. You'll get to meet and mingle with other people in the lifestyle and just celebrate the podcast and meeting new friends. It'll be a week you will never forget. So get your applications in. Currently, we're giving away 10 Sugar Baby packages, but if you're a sponsor, if you're a sugar daddy and you want to be a sponsor, get in touch with me because I think we're really close on securing another suite so we can expand the number of attendees. So get in touch with me at info@secretsofasugardaddy.com, or you can go to our website, secretsofasugardaddy.com, and just fill in the Contact Us form. And, of course, that's where you're going to find the application. If you click on the Party tab, you will find the application for the party. It's a survey style. Just answer a few questions and then submit a couple photos and a video on telling us why we should pick you and maybe your favorite episode. Now, the cool thing is, if you are a Patreon member, and that's our little group that we congregate in, it's free to join. You will get priority status when it comes to selection of the winners. So go to patreon.com if you're not a member yet, and it's /Secrets of a Sugar Daddy podcast. It's free to join, but our tiers do start at $10 a month, which will open up the entire site. The nice thing is you get a community chat with other people in the lifestyle, men and women. You'll get to hear all the extra sugars and the episodes before the public. You get to see behind the scenes photos and videos, things that we just do not post anywhere else. And there's a lot of other perks. We even have profile reviews and coaching. And we've helped a lot of people with their profiles to get what they are looking for, because it can be, quite treacherous out there in the online world, especially when there's a financial component involved. So we want to make sure you are finding the people that will suit you the best. And if you need help with that, we're here to help. Okay, today's extra sugar, men and women, but this one's kind of tiered for the men. This is a story from a gentleman who basically got catfished and scammed, and we're going to go over this here real quick. It says, "Hello all, my name is Rory, and I wanted to share my experience as a sugar daddy on the site Seeking Arrangements." Of course, now it's Seeking. "I'm sharing this because it helps me deal and because maybe it can help others make better decisions than I did due to my naivete and initial zeal in joining the community. Now, I know when people first join Seeking, it can be a little overwhelming. The stimulus on there, there's so many beautiful girls contacting you. Your inbox gets flooded. Some of the most beautiful girls you've ever seen. Buyer beware. There are a lot of scammers on there. And this gentleman did find a beautiful, beautiful girl that was contacting him, and she turned out not to be what she said she was. So, a quick background from him. He's a 39-year-old coder developer working for a medium-sized tech startup in Los Angeles. And about 2 years ago, he ended his marriage to his college sweetheart that he had since he was 19 years old. It says after his marriage ended, he tried dating on conventional sites like Match, Bumble, even Tinder, which was totally made for average blokes like me, not. Haha. Tinder was a terrible experience, and I think that's what pushed me to look into sugar dating. I admit that my tastes are sometimes out of my league, and on conventional dating sites, I simply could not compete. Yeah, your story is exactly the same so far as mine. I have come to the terms with the fact that I need a sugar handicap. Yep, that's what we call it. We call it our cheat code. I joined Seeking Arrangements about a year ago, and at first I had just had a basic unpaid account, so I could only browse. I found most of the women there to be really beautiful and matching my type. These were the girls that I could never get in high school. These were the girls I pined for and daydreamed about, only to get mercilessly shot down. That was an ongoing theme with my teenage self. Yeah, so far you could put me in this guy's shoes. But now, I finally felt like I had a chance. Sugar or an allowance was the great equalizer. Still, I had yet to meet a girl on the site that really made me want to jump in. That all changed when I got a message from a girl named Hannah, who was stunning in a girl next door kind of way. Just my perfect type. The chemistry was instant. We got really close really quickly. She told me about her family and how she grew up not having much. She was the first in the family to make it to college, and that was a big deal for me because I am also the first in my family to graduate from college. So she found a common bond there, and now your guard is down a little bit. She also asked me a lot of questions about myself, which was quite refreshing for a change. We shared everything about each other. I told her about all my struggles dating in high school and college, had good laughs at my epic fails. We talked for months, and here and there I would send her small amounts of money on Cash App just to help her through her week with groceries and pocket change. Okay, so you never met this girl. Obviously, she's not from the same area you are, and you were sending her money on Cash App. I had set up a rule for myself at the start of joining the sugar community that would not give anyone money before meeting them. But with Hannah, it was different. Of course it was. First of all, she was out of state in Portland and I was in LA. And it just seemed like we had really genuine connection. It was just a little bit of money there at first, not a huge deal. Hannah would send me pictures of herself once in a while, and sometimes we would even talk on the phone, but we never FaceTimed or video chatted. Well, then it wasn't some dude in his mom's basement, if you were actually talking on the phone. We mainly just texted. I asked her once if we could video chat, and she said she looked really tired that day, so I didn't push it or ask again. Of course. I liked her so much that I think I didn't want to be off-putting in any way. Then one day, about 3 months into our relationship, she texts me and says that her mom had just gotten into a car accident and was in the hospital in critical condition. At this point, I was already more than half in love with this girl, and she probably could have gotten me to do anything for her. Long story short, she needed a significant amount of money to help with medical bills. I told her that I would pay for everything, but I wanted to fly out to finally meet her, and I would pay the bills directly to the hospital. She said that her mom did not know about me and that finding out in this manner would worry her and worsen her condition. She also didn't want us to meet for the first time under these dire circumstances. Of course, it made sense at the time. I was disappointed, but I wanted to trust her, and so I sent the money to her that very night. Wow. She led you down a path, opened up the trap, and you fell right into it. But I get it. It's tough sometimes. I mean, they're good. They make you fall in love and your emotions get the best of you. After that, things seemingly went back to normal. Her mom seemed to recover fine. Amazing. And Hannah and I went back to the texting routine that we had established for the last 4 months. Then one day, on our 6-month anniversary, oh my God, he's been going on for 6 months. I don't mean to laugh because a lot of guys fall into this trap, and that's why I'm even talking about this. I can laugh because I have done something similar, not to this length of time, but yes, I have gotten scammed more than once, and that's why I want to go over this.
It's a dose of extra sugar with Marcus. Brought to you by secretsofasugardaddy.com.
Okay, so he says, then one day on our 6-month anniversary, I decided to send her a gift, a really expensive and nice gift, a strapless velvet cocktail dress by Oscar de la Renta. I told her that I wanted to see her in it and to take lots of photos once she got it. Well, I don't think there's going to be any photos. To my surprise, her reaction to getting the dress can be best described as lukewarm. She was thankful, but she didn't seem too enthused about it, nor would she try it on for me. She kept promising me that she would try it on and take photos of it when she felt better about her body, but that day never came. This is also when I felt her starting to pull back a bit in our interaction. Normally, throughout the 6 months of knowing her, we would text dozens of times per day. She was like my girlfriend in a lot of ways. After I sent the dress, she seemed distant and aloof. I just couldn't understand why. Then one day I got a text from her saying that she's way past due on her college tuition and that if she doesn't pay it, she won't be able to continue her education. I decided that I would surprise her with an impromptu visit. I desperately wanted to meet her in person finally, and I had what I thought was her home address since I'd been sending her gifts on and off over 6 to 7 months. And I didn't want to send any more money over the internet. I wanted to hand it to her and look her in the eyes. So without telling her, I bought a ticket to Portland, rented a car, and started driving. The address that I had for her was about 40 minutes from Portland Airport, and about halfway there, I decided to text her and tell her that I had a huge surprise for her. I was in town. Oh, man. Honestly, I have not read the rest of this, so I'm anxious as you guys are to hear how this turned out. I think I know. This is when things started to get a bit unhinged. She picked up, but as soon as I told her that I was in town and heading to her place with her money in hand, she froze and hung up. And that was it. I called and she never picked up again. I was ghosted. I finally arrived at the address that I had for her, and it was a little shop where you could rent a mailbox and pick up packages. Wow, dude, you're a coder and you didn't do this investigation on the internet of this address? I'm a little surprised. I'm a lot surprised, actually. Obviously, my moment of clarity came at this moment. But was everything fake? Were her photos even real? About a week later, I got my answer to that question. I received a text from a phone number that I did not recognize, and the text just had a link to a Facebook page. It turns out that my Hannah was some poor random girl in Minnesota whose photos were stolen by my Hannah and whoever else was helping her. Apparently, they chose any random pretty girl and poached their identity to try to scam money from seeking users. I'm guessing I wasn't the first, and I won't be the last that they do this too. Mission accomplished. All in all, I sent Hannah about $5,000 over 6 months. Not a bad haul for one scam. Can you imagine if they had several of these going on at the same time? And trust me, my friend, they do. In talking to other sugar daddies out there, what happened to me is not uncommon. I take full responsibility for my mistake, but I also think that Seeking can do more in terms of user verification. It's not a traditional dating site, and money can be an inherent part of the experience of sugar dating, which can attract a shady element. Absolutely. We talk about that all the time. When there's a financial component involved, you are going to get the scammers, and you've got to be aware of them. So I am glad that you wrote your story. And hopefully somebody can learn from that. I know I got scammed in person. We've talked about this multiple times. But she was everything she was advertised to be: beautiful, sophisticated, elegant. She took me to the mall, and we bought her some really nice, expensive gifts, only for her to give me a fake address and block me soon after, and never saw her again until a listener of the show met her, and she tried to pull the same scam on him, but fortunately he was wise to her ways and didn't fall for it, and then came on our show and detailed exactly what happened, which was quite entertaining. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's Extra Sugar, and don't forget to join our Patreon. It's a family like no other. You will really, really enjoy it. Super affordable. It's a sugar dating community that you can be open with, ask questions, share your profile, chat with other people. It's so much fun, and you'll definitely get your money's worth. And that's at patreon.com/Secrets of a Sugar Daddy Podcast. Okay, look for another exciting episode on Tuesday. And until then, talk to you soon. Bye.
We hope you enjoyed your Extra Sugar with Marcus. As always, visit our website, secretsofasugardaddy.com, to comment or tell us your story.